Hello, this is Kara Emily Krantz, and I wrote today's episode, Park and Play, and you are listening to Gather by the Ghostlight.
All right, welcome back to Gather by the Ghostlight. I'm Jonathan Cook, your host, producer, and sometimes voice actor on this thing.
And I'm Devon McSherry, the salt to Jonathan's pepper.
Oh, that is weird. Okay, so before we get started, we want to remind you of our special event we have coming up. It is Stage Frights 2024. It's coming up on October 12th. And what this is, it's a collection of horror audio dramas that we are going to record in front of a live audience at Le Chat Noir Theater.
Yeah, so come join us, be a part of that audience, and go woo and ah!
That's right, woo. We have, if you follow us on social media or if you've seen on our website, you've seen the plays that we've selected for this, written by some terrific writers. From the likes of Jacqueline Priscorn, John Bavoso, Greg Mandrick, Travis Williams, Leah Philbin, and Mike Brannon. It is going to be, we got a great lineup. It's going to be a great, creepy, disturbing, and we also got a little bit of comedy, a little bit of comedy horror in there too. Yeah. It's going to be a lot of fun, and we hope to see you there. Now, on to the episode. Today's guest is a playwright named Kara Emily Krantz. And geez, why does that name sound so familiar, Devon McSherry?
Because, Jonathan Cook, we just produced her full-length play, All Bark, No Bite, right here in Augusta, Georgia.
That's right. Just last month, well, actually, back in July, we produced her full-length stage play, All Bark, No Bite, right here in Augusta, Georgia. It was a lot of fun, a lot of positive feedback from the audiences. And our second production weekend, Kara actually flew into town to see the performances, and it was great getting to meet her in person after so many online interactions over time like this. But while she was here, we talked about producing one of her other plays as an audio play on this podcast, which you're about to hear right now. It is called Park and Play.
Yes, you are about to meet Archibald and Jessie, and they spend every Thursday afternoon at the park. But today, they will have a slightly disturbing and definitely disruptive surprise.
Now, gather around the ghost light, sit back and enjoy. This is Park and Play, written by Kara Emily Krantz.
And be sure to stick around after the play for an interview with the playwright.
Okay, I'm just gonna sit here and read my book. You go off and enjoy your day.
I'm gonna sit here too, actually. Next to you.
Arch, no. This is time for me. Me and this bench and this book. You see these bags under my eyes? I blame you. I'm sorry, but it's true. Someone had to say it. Now please go over there and give me some space. Go. Play.
Play? What do you think I am? A little doll? No, thank you.
Okay. You see this? I got your favorite tennis ball.
Yes?
Okay. Go get it. Archibald.
Jessie?
We came here for you. I have no reason to be here except you. I could be sleeping right now. I could be home from the hospital every day and take a nap, but no. You require activity. You require nourishment and sunshine and attention, so hi. Hello. Go play over there with the others. Oh, come on, Arch. What is wrong with you? Why don't you go play?
Why don't you go play, Jessie? Why don't you go romp and frolic about like a nincompoop?
Hey, aren't those your friends over there?
Absolutely not.
Maybe you could go and join them?
Absolutely not!
Okay, fine. Fine. Sit there.
I will. Thank you.
Archibald, I take you here every day, and every day you sit here like a damn tree trunk.
Excuse me?
You could try, you know. You could try getting along with the others.
And you could try reading something beyond a third grade level, but you don't see me sitting here judging. That felt a little judgy.
Fine. Maybe if I ignore you, you'll make some other friends.
Or maybe if you ignore me, you'll miss out on some of the best times of our life together. Jessie? Jessie?
This is yours.
False. It is Jessie's.
I've been watching you.
You have not.
You arrive promptly at 2. First, you check out that tree, then you sit here while your person reads. You pout and pontificate and then get reprimanded for being a pouty pontificator. Eventually, you leave. You never, ever play. I've been watching you. I've been watching you for weeks.
This is disturbing.
For weeks, Archie.
Go away.
So, if you don't like to play, what is it you like to do?
Oh, thank goodness. Archie, you found a friend.
If by friend you mean stalker,
I simply took a vested interest in you, that's all. I saw you and I liked you, so I watched you. And I watched you. You are awesome, Archie.
my name is Archibald.
No,
No what?
that is a ridiculous name and I will never call you by it.
You're ridiculous.
This whole scene is ridiculous, and yet here we are. Archie, let's chat. Let's go deep. Let's talk about all the stuff you don't have the balls to bring to your therapist.
Okay, let's not go.
Are you in love with Jessie?
What?
Right there, next to us. That person? You in love with them?
Of course I love my person.
Because it appears to me you have unhealthy levels of attachment and/or anxiety which do not allow you to separate from them. To play over there, for example. Oh, or to check out that tubby little squirrel by the trash can. Hold on 1 second. Hey, it's squirrel. Oh, I just want to be friends. Don't run
Jessie, I implore you, let us leave this place.
Do you like your new friend?
She's not my friend, she's a sociopath. Let us hasten away before she returns. She might kill us, right after she kills that squirrel. She might fillet our skin and wear it for fun. She most likely lines up all her toys at night and discusses current events. She probably has a taxidermy army of bushy-tailed...
Did you see that squirrel?
Yes, I did.
I got close. Not close enough. He got scared and ran off before I could be his friend. I just want to be his friend. I just want to be his friend.
Jessie...
So, what does Jessie do for work? Software engineer? Writer? Oh, professional teapot painter?
Please step away from my person. Jessie is a nurse. She works all night, sometimes all day, yet still manages to take wonderful care of me. She's tired, often frustrated, and sometimes makes mistakes, so it's important I watch over her to make sure she is safe.
Hello, Jessie. I am Lucy. Nice to meet you. I like Archie. We are new best friends.
Jessie, you are currently not safe.
Well, hello there. Aw, isn't she cute, Archibald?
The word you're looking for is insane. She's insane. Please, move away from her. Don't touch her. Do not communicate with her. Do not look directly into her eyes.
She looks like some sort of poodle mix.
I am a she-poo.
Did you just say shit poo?
A she-poo. I'm a she-poo.
A shit poo.
A she... Your dog is my new best friend.
Oh, fake news. That is fake news. Do not listen to it.
Well, good luck with this guy. He can be a real bore. Isn't that right, buddy? Aren't you a big old trunk of a tree bore?
That is not very nice of you to say.
I don't give him credit. He can be a real hoot. Sometimes at night, he'll get these nightmares and he'll whimper and he'll steal all the covers.
Please keep our personal lives to ourselves.
He'll just roll around whimpering and rolling until he's all wrapped up in the blankets like a big burrito.
Aw, Archie, you're like a beautiful blankie burrito.
I will not stand for this.
And sometimes he'll get stuck, like all wrapped up with a blanket, stuck like this, and oh, I'm sorry, Arch.
Oh, look at that squirrel.
Okay, now that he's gone, what are some of Archie's favorite things in the whole wide world? Besides me. I'm not on the list yet, but I'm working to be on that list.
Oh, little one. I hope you can get through to him. I worry about him sometimes.
Totally understandable. Archie's favorite things. Number 1, Jessie. That's you. Number 2, Lucy. That's me. Number 3, being a real grumpy grump. That's him.
He could use a friend like you. I'm just never home, and sure, I take him to the dog park, but it's not like I have energy to play with him. I just want to read a book, you know? Shut my brain off for a minute and read it. Where is he going?
Where are you going?
Archibald, no! That is a trash can. Please do not make friends with a trash can. Oh, I don't know what to do with him.
It's important that you love and accept him while also implementing healthy boundaries.
I thought that repeated exposure to other dogs could be helpful, like help him get over his fears, you know, but Archibald is a tough nut to crack.
Yes, and you can help me crack him.
Always so moody.
Right open so he spills out all over the place and we get to see all the mushy, smooshy, grumpy stuff inside. Hi, I am Lucy. You can trust me.
You seem very sweet.
Help me, help you, help him.
I presume the topic of conversation has been altered.
There you are, buddy. How's the trash can doing today?
What? No.
Was it halfway full? Was it all the way full?
It was a squirrel. I was attempting to approach the squirrel. Wait, do you really believe I would consult with a trash can?
'Cause you know, Arch, the rest of the doggies are over that way.
Yeah, Archie, the non-inanimate objects are over there.
Oh, shut up. Oh my God, Jessie thinks I'm a tree stump. This is all your fault. It was a squirrel with the... Oh, forget it. Jessie, please, let us return to our domicile away from all the riff-raff.
Riff-a-raff, riff-a-raff, you're a riff, I'm a raff, together we're a riff-raff. Oh, come on, look around you, the squirrels are singing, Jessie's reading a book, it's a magically lovely day. You really need to learn how to relax, Starchy Archie.
Well, you know, funny thing. It's kind of hard to relax when you're in the vicinity of a potential serial killer. No. I'm not gonna let your sparkly, shitty-poo eyes disarm me.
Aw, I think she likes you, Archibald. Hey, if you're lucky, maybe she'll give you her number.
Yes, ha. Everyone's so clever and witty. I've already got your number.
That's great.
Yeah, you traipse about outdoor canine community establishments and terrorize those who wish to be left alone. Where's your owner, anyhow? Terrified somewhere? You come in here, find the least likely candidate for communication, and you bully them into being your friend.
I totally understand. I appreciate everything you're saying. What you're saying is, we are friends!
No! I was saying that you are
I'm not here to argue with you, Archie.
Well, it seems to me that you are.
But I'm not.
But you are.
But I'm not.
And yet you are.
Archibald, be nice to your new friend. What's that? You got the ball? You want me to throw the ball?
Oh, yes, let's play.
Not your ball, my ball.
You said it was Jessie's ball.
Well, now it's my ball.
Arch, give me the ball.
No.
Give it.
No.
Archibald, what is wrong with you?
If you play with her, then you'll never play with me. Besides, I thought you wanted to read your picture book. It doesn't actually have pictures, but it's on approximately the same reading level.
That's it. We're out of here. You refuse to play with the others, you're consorting with trash cans, and now you're being rude to both me and your new friend.
I'm your new friend.
I thought that with enough exposure to other dogs, you would come out of your shell, but maybe it's me. Maybe I'm a terrible owner and leaving you home all the time to watch unsolved mysteries or play Sudoku or whatever it is you do when I'm gone, and I'm sorry, okay? I'm sorry if I failed you so much that you don't even recognize when another dog is in your vicinity.
I'm another dog.
Come on, let's go. If you don't like it here, we won't come back. I shouldn't force you to do things you don't want to do all because I feel guilty or whatever. Sorry. Come on. Arch, let's go. Now.
But I just...
I see. You're rethinking everything now. You're wishing you had accepted my advances from the start. We could be laughing right now, laughing and playing and chewing on that ball and most definitely friends with that tubby little squirrel. But no, you had to resist. You had to dig in your proverbial heels, and now I'm unimpressed with you, and Jessie is disappointed in you and potentially riddled with paralyzing guilt. And you're alone, confused, and struggling with the subconscious impulse to roll yourself up like a scared little burrito.
Okay, Jessie. I'm sorry, but it must be done. I will still watch over you, but it will have to be from over there. What did I do with that ball? Aha! Here! Off we go!
Oh, great. He's playing with the trash can again.
No, Jessie, he's playing with me. Wait, I'm on my way, Archibald. I'm on my way to you.
Huh. Well, look at that.
That was Park and Play, written by Kara Emily Krantz. It was directed by Devon McSherry and performed by Avery Lewis as Jessie, Brad King as Archibald, and Korilyn Hendricks as Lucy. All right, so with us now is the writer of the story you just heard. This is Kara Emily Krantz. How are you?
Hi, I'm good.
Good. I feel like we can call her a friend now.
Yeah,
she's not just a guest.
We're
she's
like
a friend.
best
Oh
friends.
yeah, we were hanging out just a few weeks ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, and let's talk about that real quick. We, as Gathered by the Ghostlight, we produced our first full-length stage play, and it was your play called All Bark No Bite. And I remember the day that you texted me, and you were like, "Hey, I just bought my plane ticket. I think I'm going to come see it." And I was like, "Oh my gosh!" And I told the whole cast and everything.
Yeah.
Everyone was so excited, and you came, and it was just so awesome meeting you in person and just hanging out with you over the weekend as you came and saw the performances for that.
It was so cool. It was such a great weekend in Augusta, and everyone was so welcoming, and you guys did an incredible job with All Bark No Bite. I was so happy with it.
We had good material to work with. We had so much fun. Like, even throughout the rehearsal process, it never got old. We just had so much fun with it.
Yeah, and thank you so much for coming. And the audience, there was so much positive feedback. You could hear it. You were there. You heard them laughing. You heard them enjoying it. And I'm glad that you got to experience that while you were here. And it wasn't like a dud audience or anything. Everyone was reacting the way they should.
They were wonderful, and it never gets old hearing people laugh at your jokes. So I could have done that forever. Just looped that experience.
It's that confirmation of, oh man, maybe I am kind of funny.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right, and so the last time you were with us, prior to All Bark No Bite, was about 2 years ago. We produced your audio play called Recess. So that was the first time that we produced one of your works, and what everyone just heard was a play called Park and Play, which has some similarities to All Bark No Bite. So give us some insight on that play and how that one came about. First off, which one came first, All Bark No Bite or
All
and Play?
Bark No Bite came first.
Okay.
And it kind of originated with the idea that I was just going to play around with it and that All Bark was going to be a short, just to kind of play with this dog-human relationship and like, what would that look like and would it even work? But then suddenly I had 30 pages and I had a reading of it and we were like, no, this could be a whole thing. So All Bark kept growing. And I was like, but I don't have like what I originally wanted was this sort of proof of concept that dynamic could work. So I was like, well, I don't want to write with the same exact characters and the same exact story in 10 minutes, but let's create something in 10, 15 minutes that shows that conceit and has fun with it. Yeah, it can stand on its own.
Yeah, for anyone who is familiar with both All Bark and No Bite and Park and Play, the characters are similar but have distinct differences. So we definitely noticed that when we were recording.
Right. So people that aren't familiar, I know everyone just heard Park and Play, but All Bark and No Bite. So you have these actors playing canines, but I love that in the script you specifically say, do not give them tails, do not give them ears, do not make them look like dogs. They are to look like humans, but they are playing these canine characters. And I think that's a nice touch. And were you ever worried that maybe the audience might not catch on to what's happening? Or was that ever a challenge as you were writing these scripts?
I don't I think I was intrigued at when they would. And then that helped shape the play because it's gone through many iterations, and All Bark No Bite especially probably had some like about 8 serious revisions that shaped its arc and made it work the way that it does. And that was like watching, producing it, watching performances of it, seeing people's reactions, taking notes, and shaping it so that it did kind of reveal in the way that I hoped it would, but didn't leave too many people behind, didn't frustrate. It's that whole like carrot stick thing, like with the horse and the carrot. Like you can't have it too far away, or the audience is just like, forget it. I don't get this. I don't like it.
Yeah, that makes sense.
But you don't want it so close that they're like, oh, I understand it all, and now this is boring.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So it was walking that line. And so I think, and also, I try to give the audience a lot of credit,
Oh, yeah.
We write down to them, and let's write the plays that we would want to see, and that, and the theater community, I think, likes to figure things out.
Oh, yeah.
And they like to be kind of
challenged
and integrated into the experience in that way rather than spoon-fed something.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Now you have a pet yourself. Did you model any of these characters after your own animals?
Yeah, I have Quinn, I have 2 Shih Tzus, Quinn, who's about 12, 13, and he's struggling with heart issues, but he's been
no.
around with me through so much. And then I have Levi, my little puppy, who was, I guess I cursed myself and got my own Bella. / Lucy, because Levi's got a lot of energy, and Quinn was always sort of like the model for that grumpy character. And so both with Eugene and Archibald, I kind of was looking at my dog and I'm like, yeah, this is the stuff he would say. This is what he's thinking right now. He can't stand this, but he still loves me. And so yeah, having the dogs. And I thought that I wasn't a dog person, and people were like, do you understand what you're writing? And I finally have accepted, especially as Quinn has gotten older and I'm carrying him very slowly and gently across that rainbow bridge. It is such an honor. And to see what he's brought to my life and the way that he has been unconditionally there and loving, I'm a dog person now. I am sold. They are so precious.
Oh. And as far as Park and Play goes, so the play ends on a pretty positive note. Archibald decides to give in. Do you foresee in the future, is that like an ongoing thing? Does he give in every time now? Does he understand that his owner needs that time to herself, or what? How do you see it?
I think so, and I think it's what deep down he wanted. There's a lot of situations that we just don't feel comfortable in, and we just need support and love, and sometimes a little bit of an annoying bugging to get us out of our shell. And it's that line, and I'm still learning that line of, when do I bug someone to be my friend and love me, love me, love me? And when do I just let them have their personality, do their thing? They don't have to like all the things I like, but it's nice to at least try to engage people. And I think that that's, what Lucy's trying to do in Park and Play, and that deep down Archibald wants it, but he also wants to remain loyal and comfortable, as so many of us want to be. But there's this desire to engage with the world.
Yeah. Comfort is a very tempting trap.
Yeah.
You're too comfortable.
It's so easy to fall for it, because of course we want to be comfortable. We want to stay safe, and we want to stay alive, and we don't want to risk too much.
Yeah.
And life is risky.
Yeah. So what is inspiring you today, like to write the new stuff you're working on? Obviously, your pets kind of inspired you for Park and Play and All Bark No Bite. But are there any writers out there, whether they be writers on a new play exchange or even novelists, or anything in particular that's inspiring you right now and bringing you joy?
Oh, that's a good question. I wish I had thought of that answer. I am someone who can never think of anything when I need to think of the names of stuff. But I've been enjoying dark comedies more. I've been kind of like leaning into like stuff that has that mental health angle that's like a little messed up, but also like it's talking about the things that we're talking, that we should be talking about, that we need to talk about as a community. But doing it in a way that's really accessible and irreverent. I've kind of always appreciated that line of irreverence that kind of smacks you awake a little bit, rather than, again, feeds you like serious drama stuff or just laughs at everything. And I like to think that my comedies have heart, and that's one of the things I love about them. And I guess I'm just leaning a little bit more into the dark comedy.
Yeah, All Bark No
Like
Bite
gang
is not
shows.
what I would call dark, but like it definitely had heart.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. That
So
was like a heartfelt film.
I'm definitely intrigued to read your dark stuff once you're in your dark era, I guess.
I kind of am, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, because You, Me, and Ennui is a play that I'm producing in a similar guerrilla fashion that I originally did with All Bark No Bite. In order to develop it, I got my favorite director who taught me almost everything I know about directing, Diana Canterbury. She's just an incredible, committed, generous director, and she loves this play of mine, and she's been like with me through it. We had a reading in New York right before the pandemic.
Oh, wow.
And then everything kind of got shut down, so we're reviving it. She did this wild thing that I resisted temporarily, but she cast me in it
Oh, nice.
as the protagonist. So that I've never had that experience of being in my own story.
Oh wow, never like in all your writing, you've never played one of your own characters. Oh, wow.
I've never played one of my own characters.
Do you
And-
usually base any of the characters kind of off of yourself? Like, do you see yourself in those characters?
I say definitely.
Okay.
Yeah. Like almost every character I've written, there's shades of me. There's extremes of me, and that I get to express them. And this one, Samantha in You, Me, and Ennui, is very much kind of like the angsty, like sort of like teen version of me if I had never really gotten out of that. But that stays with us a little bit in the back of our mind. And so it's really swimming in that energy, that angst, that existential ennui. And that's what the character is struggling with, and her place in the world and connection. So getting to like memorize my own lines, that's teaching me a lot about
Yeah.
how I write, the $10 words I use, and the interesting syntax sometimes of my sentences, as I'm like, who wrote this? So, I'm always open to adjusting, but I'm like, no, I got to at least try to memorize it the way that I wrote it.
All right, so the play's called You, Me, and Ennui. This is going to be like a workshop production in October.
In
Tell us
October, the
about
last 2
this
weekends
play.
in
What is
October.
this? What's this play about? And tell us why people should go see it.
It's about a young woman, Samantha, who wakes up on an old man's couch, and she doesn't know how she got there. And so when he discovers her, she does the most reasonable thing and decides to act as his caretaker, that she's there for an interview for a caretaking position. And so that's how it all unfolds. And the audience is usually like a little bit ahead of a couple of the characters as far as what's really going on. But what is she doing there? What does she need? Why is she so sad? Why is he so lonely? And then a couple odd little characters who show up as well.
Right, that's cool. And I'm not sure how you laid this story out, but the mystery of why she's there and all that it feels like that's the kind of thing that you kind of unravel as the play goes, and then there's like a big reveal at the end. But yeah, that sounds very interesting. I like it.
Intriguing.
I'm excited to share this story. I think it speaks a lot to the community that we need right now, just like to be in community with each other. And the idea of found family. We're experiencing some of the highest rates of loneliness that we have, like in the history of our society. And it's, COVID certainly affected that. But then the mental health, the disconnection, the awareness that society is not necessarily serving us, and yet we have to serve it so hard and with so many of our hours. And we don't get the time, even with our close family, let alone our bigger community. And so it's a lot about intergenerational relationships and about found family and about, again, kind of like getting over that discomfort of reaching out and saying like, I need a friend.
And where's Yumi and Ennui? Where is that going to be at for people to go see
That's
it?
going to be at the Sing Performance Center in Whitensville. Valley Cast has let us into this building, and they were so supportive the first time that I did when I did All Bark No Bite, and they were so excited to have us back, and they're really excited to support the development of new plays. So it's a blessing to be with Valley Cast and the Sing.
It's always nice to hear about the venues that are really open to doing new works like that. That's very cool. Now, you also had a very busy weekend. I saw you posted on social media pictures and stuff. You directed and you wrote also a web series, and you were filming episode 2 this weekend. So let us know what that's all about.
I am currently riding that high because I've learned so much in these 2 episodes. I barely know what a web series is. I direct for the stage and I write predominantly for the stage. I have written a few screenplays they've placed here and there, but we've never done something. I was like, you know what? Let's bring this to life. I know what it's like to bring a play to life, that kind of script. But what about something for the screen? So I just had a wild idea for a web series, which was it's called Heaven Help Us. And it's about 2 jamokes running this department in heaven that is called the Receiving Line. And it is where they receive souls who have passed due to suicide. And so it's very serious material. I told you, dark comedy.
There we go. Here it is.
But the idea is that they welcome them, they greet them, and through ridiculous machinations of drama therapy and their own kind of loving incompetence, they help these souls nurture them back to life and send them on another human journey where hopefully they can have a better time. And so it addresses a lot, again, about community and about mental health and about what we're struggling with and what we're not talking about, and accepted in a really loving way.
Mm-hmm.
Sounds super cool.
Yeah, that's really So what is the ultimate goal with that? So that is going to release on a YouTube channel or online somewhere? You don't know yet. Okay.
Just working on it.
The goal was
Don't
to see
rush
if we
her.
could do it.
Yeah.
I'm part of this incredible group called Fun Size Films. And I've been with them for a while. And I used to just show up and help them with script supervising or just kind of standing there wishing I knew how to help them. But they were so welcoming of a group when I was going through a really tough time with my previous job and just post-pandemic stuff. And they just always welcomed everybody in, taught them what they needed to know. And we all supported each other, volunteering to make each other's short films happen. Cool. So when it was my turn I was on the list and I'm like, me? You're gonna come support me? You're gonna bring your equipment and all this stuff that I don't understand even what you're doing. And you're gonna create something that, you're gonna create something from this idea that I had. And so the first one was I took a big bite of that episode, and I'm lucky I didn't lose everybody because I didn't, I had so much to learn about how do you direct for film and how do you prepare for these long days and how do you know that you got what you needed. And so I learned a lot. I simplified it a lot for this weekend. And this weekend was a really beautiful testament to just showing up for each other.
Yeah.
Stepping into leadership in a way that's holding yourself accountable while also trying to be the nice person you want to be and kind of like the compassionate leader, the servant leader, the the integrated leader. And so it was a challenge for me to just sort of be if I'm going to do this, let's do it. And let's do it well. And let's do it with a lot of heart. And it was a success. It was a really incredible weekend. Even if I never saw the final product, I know that I have learned so much, grown so much, and that my writing does work for the screen. In sum, to answer your question, I don't know, but I would love to promote it. I'm thinking about putting together sort of a fundraise, a crowdfunding thing, or putting myself out there in that way to make sure we get the 8 episodes that we kind of have in mind.
Mm-hmm.
It's all written, but we'd like to have an 8 episode arc. And so maybe looking into getting that funded or getting it picked up or, you know.
All right, so where should people watch to help donate? Like, are you going to post that on Instagram and stuff?
Yeah, I have Becoming More Productions. I have that both as a Instagram handle and on Facebook. So I'll be putting things on that page. I'm Becoming More on Instagram, and then Becoming More Productions is my production company for both my stage and screen work.
Awesome.
Nice. And just seeing you smile about this as you talk to it, that's getting me excited about it. Just so you know, because you seem like you have this passion for it, and I know this is kind of a different medium that you're not normally into, but I'm excited to see what this does for you, because you're a great writer. And how long are these episodes? Like, what's the page count on the scripts?
I think they're about 15 minutes.
Okay.
Yeah. There are 14 pages, so probably about that, page a minute. But yeah, hopefully around 15.
Super
That's
cool.
so cool.
Well, we'll definitely
And
have to...
Jonathan, talking to you when I was down in Augusta, I know you've done film work. And so that was very, encouraging and motivating too, because it is way out of my comfort zone, way over my head. It's terrifying. And yet, like you just said, you can tell in the way I look and the way I sound, like it electrifies me.
Yeah.
And I gotta lean into that, and that's gotta indicate something.
Yeah.
For sure.
Like you were talking about
Yeah.
community earlier. When I've moved a few times, and every time I would move, I'm like, I need to find my theater community, because that is where I feel inspired, where I feel supported. And so a community, I think, is really important. So I love that you're writing about that, and you found a community to help support you.
Yes, right? It's beautiful. Art imitating life, imitating art.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it was nice
With
seeing the
dark
photos you
sleep on my
posted.
face.
The photos you posted, seeing your crew. It was very similar to the local productions I've seen in my own town, and just sets that I've been on. I'm like, oh man, that's nice. That's cool, because I know that's not your, like I said, that's not your normal territory. So it's kind of cool seeing you in those images there. That was good stuff.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, I'm learning a lot on the job, and I'm so grateful for my group being so patient with me and willing to give things a try.
And that's what filming is all about. Those long film days, it's all about patience. If I could give you any advice, just be patient with everything going on. If something goes wrong, there's a way to fix it, It's,
Absolutely. Yeah, so creative, so resourceful, and trust your team.
yeah, for sure. So what else do you have coming up? I saw that your play Recess is going to be performed at the end of this month, right?
Oh,
With
yes,
the Stratton
yes,
Players, yeah?
yeah. Actually, at the Stratton Players in Fitchburg area, and Alyssa Miller actually played Eugene in their version of All Bark No Bite last year.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah. Yep. And she was the first sort of gender blind casting of Eugene, while keeping all of his pronouns and just being a dog, you know?
Yeah.
And she was incredible. And so I was so happy that she said she jumped when she saw that Recess was available as a 10-minute to direct. So she's newer to directing, and she's giving it a go. And I can't wait to see it. And her son's in it.
Aw.
And the young woman who played Bella in the production of All Bark is in Recess as Georgina. So it's so beautiful how that works, and community grows that way too,
Oh, yeah.
by having your work done and being involved in that process.
Cool. Do you have anything else coming up other than all that other stuff we've
I
already
know.
mentioned?
Wait a second.
You guys,
I don't
you're so
mind.
busy.
Hold
So busy.
I'm trying to resist hustle culture, Jonathan.
Hey, no.
That list is already so long.
Very cool. With all the stuff you got going, I want people to kind of know where it's going to be at, just so they can go out and support you. And because, like I said, your work is phenomenal, and you're also just a great person. So
Thank you. Well, you can also just go to Ghostlight Productions or Publications, and
Yes.
my plays there,
Yes.
along with a lot of other wonderful artists. I love the group of playwrights you've brought together, and I am so honored to be one of them.
Oh, thank you so much. All right. Well, I really hope that we get to have you on again in the future. You got a lot of stuff going on. I'm going to be looking out for this web series. And everyone out there listening, follow Becoming More Productions. Is it the full Becoming More Productions on Instagram, Becoming More Productions on Facebook, to kind of stay up to date on everything you're doing, all that cool stuff. And also to stay up to date on your birthday just coming up
Yeah.
next week.
That's exciting. The dogs can't wait.
All right. Well, it was great having you again, and we really hope to see your face soon.
Absolutely. Thank you so much.
Thank you all for listening, and if you are associated with a theater and you would like to produce the play you heard today on your stage, send an email to gatherbytheghostlight@gmail.com to get connected with the playwright. And if you would like to continue to help us grow and you want more video content, please subscribe to the Gather by the Ghostlight channel on YouTube. And if you'd like to have some cool Gather by the Ghostlight merchandise, t-shirts are available at the merchandise link in the show notes. And you can also find Gather by the Ghostlight annual companion books available at Amazon. Intro and outro music, as always, is provided by artist JK47. And if you enjoy this podcast, maybe you're a longtime listener, or maybe this is the first episode you've ever heard, let us know. Please leave us a rating or a review in all the places that you can. You know, that kind of activity, it really does help us get discovered by more listeners like you. And also be sure to follow Gather by the Ghostlight on social media to stay up to date on new episodes, as well as our upcoming event in October, Stage Frights 2024. I'm Jonathan Cook, and as always, stay safe, and I'll see you next time we Gather by the Ghostlight.